Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I'm going to be doing an update to the That's So 2000s Project Pan. This was created by Samar in collaboration with the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group, so I will have both of them listed in the description box below. Samar has created 32 prompts based off of the 2000s, and we randomly select 5 prompts at a time. It is a rolling style, so once you complete your goal for each prompt, you will roll a new prompt in. I was in middle school and high school in the 2000s, so these prompts are pretty nostalgic for me and it's super fun. And I do have one item rolling out, which means one item rolling in, so let's get started. I'm filming this at 10 o'clock at night, which I usually either record in the morning or like early evening when I get home from work, so I'm pretty tired right now. I worked about 13 hours today. So I apologize if I'm not like super alert right now. I'm just gonna go in the order of them how I have it on my spreadsheet, which for this project, it's in the order that I rolled them in. So the first prompt was for Jonas Brothers, and I had to pick a trio. So I rolled in my Bare Minerals Northern Lights palette. This has a blush and 2 eyeshadows in it. My goal was to hit pan on the blush. This is what it was looking like after 10 uses, and I was able to use it 8 more times this month. And you can see I have a nice shiny pan. This is actually pretty shallow. You can see the edge of the pan there. So I might be able to finish this blush this year. But for this project, it is rolling out, and I will be rolling a new prompt in near the end of the video. Next was the Black Eyed Peas, and I had to find a product or packaging that was black. So I rolled in my Makeup Forever Step 1 mattifying primer. I just have one of these like toothpaste squishers on it so I can get as much of the product out as possible because it's getting really hard to squeeze. But as you can see, I have about 1/3 of the packaging left, but I feel like there's still even an air bubble in that portion. So who knows? I'm hoping to get this done next update. But after 10 uses this month, I have a total of 18 uses in this project. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to using this up. It's very old. I'm surprised it doesn't break me out, but my skin reacts fine. I typically just use this in my T-zone. I had it on today and I'm looking pretty shiny. So I don't really think this works that great. It does mattify in the beginning of the day. It looks pretty matte, but it doesn't really help my oils. The next 3 prompts were all rolled in last update. And the first prompt was Just Dance, and I had to find a product that I would only wear to a party or an event. And this was kind of difficult for me, but I would for sure wear my Holy Grail powder because I get oily. So I rolled in my Coty Airspun Loose Setting Powder. I have the shade Translucent, and I just had a goal to use this 22 times. So far I've only used it 13, so I have 9 more uses to go, and I will for sure be rolling this out next update. The next prompt is VHS, and I had to find an item that winds up. So I rolled in my Milk Makeup blush in the shade Perk, and my goal for this was also to use it 22 times. This is what it's looking like. No real change because I only used it 3 times. So I have a pretty long ways to go. I think it was Shelly that told me in my last update to keep the little plastic cap on this so it helps it not to dry out, and I totally had the intentions to do that, and I lost it after 3 uses. So hopefully that doesn't mean this will dry up super quickly. I also have the bronzer stick and it hasn't dried up on me yet, but I've only really had them open for, well, I just opened this last update. So who knows how long this will last. I swatched it in the last update, but it's a pretty sheer formula, which is not my favorite. So that's why I've only used it 3 times. And the last prompt was Shrek, and I had to find a layered or stackable item. So I rolled in this cushion bronzer from the Cream Shop, and I have the shade Toasty. This was my first time ever using like a cushion product, so I had no idea how I would like it. And my goal was to use it 22 times. And I used it 7 times. So as you can see, it comes with the little puff, and then you just open it up, you dab it, and then I just go in straight on my face. I actually really like this. It blends out really easily, but it's very similar shade to my Huda Beauty Tantour. I actually swatched them side by side, so here's a picture of that. And so I can't use these on the same day, unfortunately. So that's why I only have, 7 uses on this. And how many is left? 15. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit my goal by next update, but we will see. Because I hit pan on my Bare Minerals blush, I am going to roll in a new prompt. I just did this off camera, but hopefully I have a screen recording of it, and that will be on the screen right now. But I got number 9, which is iPod Shuffle. And I never had an iPod Shuffle, but my mom did. It was like this cute little, oh my gosh, it didn't even have a screen on it. But yeah, I had an iPod like generation 1 or something, like one of the original iPods, but with a little screen on it. But I thought the shuffles were super cute. Anyway, I had to do a whole collection roulette, and luckily for me, I just went through my whole spreadsheet and made sure that it was up to date, like it was current. So I felt really confident when I was doing this, and I think I screen recorded this as well. So if I remember correctly, I have 177 items in my collection. And like I count eyeshadow palettes as 1. I don't count each shade in each palette as 1, if that makes sense. So the number that I randomly generated was, if I'm remembering correctly, 111. I literally just did this before I started filming. But I do know it was my ColourPop Femme Rosa collab, the She palette. And it's so funny because Jessica, what is her channel name? I don't even remember, but I'll link her down below. She just rolled this into her Pan Those Eyeshadows project. And I commented on that video. I was like, wow, this makes me really want to bring my Femme Rosa palette out. And so what are the chances? I have no idea. But this is what it looks like on the inside. There's no mirror, so I can open it up. But as you can see, I do not have a ton of use on this palette. I definitely have not used this palette like at all this year. I say definitely, but I'm like 95% sure I haven't touched it this year. So I'm actually really happy that this rolled in. And my goal is to create 5 looks with this palette. And I will try to remember to take pictures of each look that I create so I can share those with you at every update. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how you're doing if you are participating. I just love all these prompts because it takes me back to the good old days. You know what I mean? If you're not subscribed to my channel already and you enjoy makeup and panning content, I encourage you to subscribe so I see you in my next video.